All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 60 orange. Let's go. You tighten up. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers out now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
On the double. 452, General West. Pick it up, D. He's checking, he's checking.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Ready up. Check, 154. 80 weapon.
Rudolph on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Play action. It's Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is?
A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The screen pass here to Cohen. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
2nd and 5 now. Rudolph fighting to stay upright. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. You get it.
3rd and long, it's Rudolph. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. David Onyemata there on the tackle. Throwing on second down. Rudolph. And that's complete to Adams. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rudolph. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This is caught by Antonio Brown. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2nd and 2. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 7. Forced out to his left. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Now Cohen, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Rudolph off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This will be caught by Brown. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll look to throw here, and he completes it to Cohen. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On second down now, it's Cohen, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Out of the gun now on third down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 8, read. Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Robbie Anderson as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
A big loss on the play brings up second down.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rudolph. It's caught here by Adams. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cohen. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Matt. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
It's caught, Smith. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 36. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Back to throw here. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 11. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Trent Sherfield, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Rudolph. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Eluding the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Check up. 58, boy. 58, 58, Mike. 3 bucks. Ready, go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Cohen. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Buying time to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They're going to look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Check. Ready. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ready, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And Diggs has it. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Get ready. 250. Slam. Single slot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give to Cohen. He heads right. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 27.
218, jump now.
After the interception, here's Rudolph. And now here's another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Got it. 61.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Complete. Smith has it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice